Welcome to the Fight Card Podcast. From news, reviews, and interviews, follow up.
Fight.
Man, we are back. Hello, everybody. Spider here, coming soon podcast. Of course, under the Fight Card Podcast. I'm going to actually combine both, but my guest, bro, thank you for coming back on here, man. El CANONERO, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me, man.
No, for sure, man. And I know I meant to hit you up the last time, bro. I'm going to bring this up right away because, you're staying active, bro. You're fighting quite a bit. And the last time I saw you fight, I said, man, it was already a little close to fight time, so I didn't want to mentally get in there, bro. So I said, you know what, let me wait. But right off the bat, man, why are you staying active, bro? What's going on? I mean, is this you just staying busy?
Yeah, man, that and I mean, I didn't have an amateur career, bro, in boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much my amateur career, you know. So, but the cool part is I get paid. You know, I get paid to fight. You know, so the money's there, man. Especially lower level boxing and regional scene, the money's not bad, dude. So, that's the main reason why that, and just getting my experience. And man, I'm already on my fifth fight coming up, October 5th. My first fight was December 2023, so I already fought 3 going on 4 times 2024,
bro. And of course, man, I mean, like you said, because your career didn't start, I mean, even before boxing, I mean, when they came to combat sports, you just kind of jumped in there. I mean, did you have any martial arts training growing up?
Nah, man, never.
And I mean, as far as boxing, because of course you made that transition. I know we've talked before, but when it came to you getting mentally prepared, man, I mean, physically, I know it changed. I mean, the game changes, of course. You know, you can't kick or knee or do other cool stuff, man. But I mean, how long did it take for you to transition and actually get into a boxer mentality, man?
Well, I was training already with Chato while I was still fighting MMA. I was doing that for about a year, I'd say. Not even, probably 6 months before I fully transitioned. I started full-time training boxing August 2023. Now we're in 2024, so it's been 1 full year of just strict boxing. But prior to that, when I was fighting MMA, excuse me, I always, my style didn't correlate, obviously, when I first started, sparring pure boxers, but just staying dedicated at the craft, man. I mean, it's pretty much formed into my own way. I still can't sit here and say that, my skills are fully tuned yet. Like, I'm still early in my career of boxing, but I've been adapting decently, I should say. And I mean, what it comes down to, honestly, is work ethic, man. It's just the work ethic, the time that's put into the gym. My coach, his program is real strict, especially when it comes to strength and conditioning. So really, man, it's just outworking, your opponent. Don't get me wrong, we got some really, sharp boxers in the gym with great technique, but it comes down to that work ethic, man. That's what he's big on, and that's, how I implement my style, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure, man. And of course, bro, because I mean, you are working full time. So when it comes to training, I mean, is this like right after work? I mean, do you kind of?
Yeah. So actually, I just got off work right now. I'm fixing ACs, and it's the busy time because it's summer. It's hot, and this summer was just something else, man. It was so, everyone's AC was just breaking. I feel like it was just left and right. So business has been busy, man, but it's exhausting, dude. I mean, this is the life I chose. I work all day, and then I'm in the heat all day, and then I go straight to the gym with no AC, and I sweat some more, man, all evening, but I don't know. I feel like that's what I was built for. I was built for this, and this is what I chose. This is the path that I chose, and honestly, it works out well. I love my job, and I love fighting. So I mean, it's working out great. I'm real happy with where I'm at right now.
No, for sure, man. And of course, like you mentioned, because you are a professional boxer, man. So right now you are getting paid. I mean, when it comes to your record, I mean, of course, you're taking fights, bro. You're not going out there. You're not cherry picking. You're getting opponents that are established or going up as well as you are. And I mean, that's pretty much what it is, right? What it's about. I mean, for you to go out there and test yourself, right?
Well, the reality is, man. I mean, I'm an older cat. I'm an older dude, and like, I'm not a young prospect in this game, but I mean, with that being said, I'm gonna challenge myself with the most that I can with what I have left. I don't know how long I have left to do this, but in the time period that I do have, hey man, I'm gonna take these tough fights, And I mean, even in MMA, I took tough fights, in MMA. I never, like you said, trade picked my opponents, and I feel like even if like the outcome doesn't go my way, you always take something from that in the experience, and I think it makes you a better fighter, in my opinion. As long as you don't let the mental part break you, hey man, it really definitely does help you in the long run, man. Like this last fight was a tough fight, and I was on a 2-fight losing streak, and I already knew what it was, and I told myself, there's no way, I'm losing this fight, man. I mean, I'm gonna go out there and give it my all. I trained really, really hard. I always train really, really hard, and I stay active, and all that really showcased in that fight. And so I'm really just happy with where I'm at, and with my team, man. Everything's going great.
No, and I was gonna say too, man, because I mean it's not a first when it comes to MMA. MMA guys going into boxing, because at the last one you were in, there was actually another local that made his boxing debut, and it's like everybody's staying busy. Well, not the last one that you were in. I'm sorry, there was a promotion last time, but I mean everybody's kind of making that transition, man. Not because MMA. I don't know if it's something, maybe like you said, it's just to further their skills, stay busy. As a cat out there in Corpus that's been doing pretty much everything, bro. Just staying busy, doing karate combat and other events, just because,
Yeah.
man, you know what? Like that's a game. He's a fighter. He's like, dude, I love the action. I love to get in there. And with that being said, man, I mean, are you pursuing anything else after this, bro? I mean, I'm not saying this is going to be it, but I mean, are you kind of looking at other combat sports out there, platforms?
Right now, man, to be honest with you, I'm just kind of fully locked in with boxing. I don't have I have a limited amount of time on my hands, working a full-time job, and then, the fight game. So right now, I'm just fully committed with boxing right now. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I feel like God put me in this position for a reason, and I'm kind of starting to see things are making more sense to me. After through the times of after my fights and everything in between, man. So I think this is where I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stick at for a while, but hey, things can't change. But as for right now, man, I feel like this is the position I need to be, and I'm staying committed, and I'm giving it my all.
No, definitely, man. And I mean, the fact that you're out there, testing yourself every fight, like you said, I mean, you're fighting opponents that could have very easily started boxing as a kid. They have like 5-8 years under them boxing, and
Oh,
here
most
you are,
definitely, yeah, yeah. I mean, these guys, man, they start when they're 4 or 5 years old, dude. It's insane, Sometimes I look back and I'm like, I wish I had that opportunity, but like I said, everything happened for a reason. God had a plan for me, and this is the plan. And I'm happy where I'm at, and thank God I have a great team. So it's great, man. It's great. So I'm gonna just give it my all every fight, no matter what the outcome is. I'm not even worried about that, man. All I'm focused on is just my training, my progression, and going out there and putting on a show, man. I claim to be a prize fighter, man. If you're a prize fighter, that means you do what it takes to get that prize. You know what I'm saying?
No, you see, and I was going to ask you about that, because I seen that on your page the other time too, and I said, you know what, man, it makes sense, bro, because I mean, you're on this, of course, to showcase your skills and entertain, but at the same time, you're here to collect, man. You want to get paid and enjoy it. I mean, it's does it feel like a job? I mean, of course, you get off your work and you're thinking, okay, now I got to go.
Definitely. I mean, the training, man. The training's tough. Sweating. Putting your body through those fight camps. I mean, it never gets easy.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is a job. It's not only that, but it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
that's what I tell people all the time. Like, especially because I always have kids or people that tell me, hey, that looks cool, I want to try it. I'm like, dude, don't say that. Don't say that it looks cool, though, because man, I guarantee you try it. You just try sparring, man. It's gonna be like, well, what did I get myself into? Then you're gonna get that reality check, man. Not everybody's built for fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's built to be a prize fighter. I mean, no one takes fights on 11 days notice against a high prospect. No one does that, but it takes a special kind of person to do things like that. And so that's the position I'm in, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm about.
Man, and I was going to say, bro, because I have a buddy, a guy, a pro fighter too, man. I mean, and he kind of he went away from the fight game for a couple of years. He came back, and he just, was going through everybody, bro. And for me, like we were talking one day, and I had asked him, and I said, "Hey, man, I mean, do you think you kind of reserved your body during those years that now you're able to come back and you don't have injuries, you're not hurt? Do you kind of, I mean, because I know in MMA you get banged up, bro, but do you feel like
Oh yeah,
from MMA to boxing you're not beat up like a lot of these other guys?"
most definitely, man. I mean, MMA put a lot of wear and tear on my body, man. My back, my neck. You know what I'm saying? I got pain from that, man. But as far as like the training goes, it's a different kind of training with boxing, and it's a different kind of endurance, and pace. So definitely my body's not taking as much damage, when it comes to the grappling, the wrestling, all that stuff. You've done it, you've rolled before, you know what it is.
Yeah, man.
So definitely I feel like that's put a good rest on my body. And I feel like, with my training program that I'm under right now, it's developing my fast twitch muscles a lot more, and my hand and eye coordination and my cognitive function. Like it's making me more sharper, I feel, mentally. So especially with having a high pace. That's why I started boxing in the first place, to improve my MMA game. And if I feel like if I would have started it earlier in my career, before my first fight, and I stuck with it, I think I probably would have saw a lot better progress. But hey, man, everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
So I'm in this position for a reason. So, but to answer your question, yeah, man, I don't got that much wear and tear on my body anymore because MMA is brutal. It really is. Man. I mean, I used to have cute ears, man. Now they're gone, dude.
I'm gonna get canceled, bro, for showing those, man. Come on, bro. No, but you know what, man? I wanted to bring up something to you, bro, because you were in the music scene. We had talked about this before. You were in a band, and we had talked about you getting back in there, man. I mean, have you thought about that yet? I mean, or has that popped in your head to get back into music?
To be honest with you, I still write. I have a lot of like notes and songs written in my journal. I journal a lot, and I got lyrics in there, man. Nice. But to put in the effort to find a band and practice and all, it's not gonna happen, dude. I'm too committed to boxing right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's just but when I retire and I'm done fighting, definitely I'll be one of those old dudes that throws down on stage, quick force songs. You know what I'm saying? A little set. I'll be down, definitely do that. I mean, I know guys that still play, and I'm sure the opportunity will always be there. But I do miss it sometimes. I miss being on stage. I just miss that energy. But now I got a different kind of energy with the fighting in front of a crowd. It's a different feeling. So, yeah, man.
No, and I was gonna say to you, man, because you're still on stage, but it's a different stage, right? I mean, now you got to fight, bro.
Now it's a scarier stage now, man. You know what I'm saying? Being out there in the rawest form, fighting. Yeah. At the rawest form, dude, and you get to express yourself. I mean, music's one way of expressing yourself. Fighting's a different way, but I love it, man. It's in my heart, it's in my soul,
No, for sure. And of course, when it comes to a walkout, man, is there a particular song that you always walk out to, or is it just
I always change it up. This last one, I walked out to Korn, Coming Undone. I walked out one time to Mark, Good Vibrations. I got made fun of for that. Nice. It's just whatever mood I feel like I'm in during that fight camp, and I'm like, hey, that clicked. Yeah. Hey, that's me on walkout song. Last camp, it was Korn, man. I was jamming to a lot of metal, and that's the one I chose. I feel like that got me in the zone. Nice. What's funny, dude? I don't know if you saw. I was the main event. That happened last minute. Actually, my opponent sold over like $20,000 worth of tickets or something like that. He's a ticket seller. Yeah. So they made us the main event. I didn't fight till 12 in the morning, man. That was crazy. And I played shows at like 1 in the morning before, 2 in the morning at Bonds, 007 Rock Bar. But fighting's a different story, man. At 12 in the morning, that was a different experience. That's something I could talk about later down the line, but
No, and I was going to ask you about that too, man, because I mean, when it comes to the fight game, even for those that fought like in Fury FC, they're on television, they're being live, they go live. So if you don't make that time, they're like, hey, you got to go last, and a lot of times they put.
Dude, I've been a swing out before. That's not fun. Yes,
bro. So how much does that mess with you, man? Because of course you're getting warmed up, you're coaching, you're getting wrapped, and it's like.
Well, see, with Fury, that happened to me one time. I became the swing bout. And I learned from that. Because I let it get to me, and it pissed me off, and it messed me up mentally. Yeah. So I'm used to being the B side, being the underdog, being, whatever happens, happens. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna fight. I don't care if I'm the first or the last fight.
Right.
I still got a job to do. So I gotta stay locked. I gotta stay locked in here. And it didn't matter. I had a sleep bag, bro. I had a sleep bag with me, and I was to sleep in the back. And then when it was my time to go on, it was my time, and I got in that zone. But I feel like through the experiences I've had through fighting MMA and the good and the bad, there was a time I fought in Arkansas with Peak Fighting. They didn't have different locker rooms. All of us were in one room. So as I'm warming up, my opponent's watching me. Like I've had that happen to me before. You know what I mean?
Man.
It's just,
You see, and how did that mess with you when you saw that? I mean, you're over here trying to warm up, and the guy's watching you move, and
yeah, I was like, hey, at the end of the day, he probably seen film on me. He probably knows
yeah,
what I do. It doesn't
true,
matter,
true.
dude. We're gonna get in there and bang it out. It is what it is. And then it was funny. They walked us out together, like side by side, and I was just like, let's go have fun. I don't know.
Yeah, like I
You
don't know what
know,
to do with my hands, bro.
at the end of the day, man, it's a business. It's not personal. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's go have fun.
No, for sure, man. And of course, man. I mean, when it comes to MMA, I mean, is that something that you've already put behind you? I mean, is everything just boxing, like you said?
Well, it's always gonna be my first love.
Yeah,
No lie, that I always will love it. But it's not in me right now, man. Like I'm just so focused on boxing, and I'm making money right now. I'm staying active, and just making this a full-time commitment. When I'm in something, I'm locked in. I was with MMA. Like I trained hard. I did everything I could at the time with what I had, and now I'm on this side. So I'm staying full 100% committed to this. Don't I do miss it, and I do. People hit me up all the time on my old MMA friends, but hey, man, right now I'm in the zone. I'm focused, and everything's correlating for me well. So I'm just gonna stay committed right now with what's working for me. You know what I mean?
for sure, man. And let me ask you, and of course, I don't want you to throw names out there, but I mean, have there been any MMA guys that have hit you up for sparring, man, like for them to get practice with their hands, as far as?
I yes, I have
Oh,
friendly sparring. Yeah, I've
oh,
had I've had friends of mine invite me, to places already. But it's just like, dude, I can't take that risk, man. It's not that hard to blow a knee out. You
yeah,
know, especially with those scrambles. It's not that hard to tweak an arm. It's just not that
yeah.
hard to get hurt. In MMA. So I just haven't. I've always said no because I just can't take the risk right now. I'm too active in boxing. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
well you're invested in it, man. So of course you want to take care of yourself, And with that being said, now let me ask you this: Have any MMA guys hit you up about going into boxing? And don't mention names, but I'm just curious.
I've had guys ask me about it,
Yeah,
and when I tell them what the money that I'm making is, it's like, what? Like what? You know?
yeah,
But I tell them, like, hey, man, it's not that easy. It's a different thing, a total different thing. But if you're, if you got the balls to do it, because the opportunity is always there.
yeah.
But yeah, I've definitely had a couple of guys hit me
Oh
up
man.
before.
No, for sure, man. And like you mentioned earlier, man, because this is the fight poster. I mean, this is what's going on. It's gonna be here in San Antonio,
That's a
October.
lit poster, man. Hey,
Bro.
they're gonna have DJ Yella. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yes,
Side of,
bro. Yes,
yeah,
bro.
that's your time period, right, homie?
Oh
That's your
yeah,
time
dude.
period.
And I mean, when I saw this, I said, "Man, what am I in high school?" I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" But and
Yeah, man.
they're gonna have the OG Spider right there too, boy. So that's gonna be freaking dope, dude. I mean, it's like a concert, man. So of course it's gonna be entertaining. Right down the
Yeah.
street from me, man. I'm here on the west side, bro. So I mean, Guadalupe, historic Guadalupe Plaza, man. It's gonna be tight, dude. So of course for tickets, man.
TMB always puts great cards, man. So it's
Yes,
gonna be a fun night.
yes,
Not just that, all the fights are gonna be badass fights, man. It's good fights, and then the special guests. It's gonna be a great card. It's gonna be one of the best for sure of the year, definitely.
no, man, and of course the tickets. I mean, they can go through you, or can they go through a website,
Yeah,
bro?
man. Get at me for tickets. I got them on deck. Let me know. Let's make it happen. We're anticipating a full packed house, so definitely this is something you do not want to miss. If you need tickets, get at me.
No, for sure, man. And of course, man, I want to thank you, man. I know you just got off work. You want to go home and rest before
Yes,
tomorrow.
sir.
You're training tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. In the
I
morning.
wanna, and I'll hit you up, man, because I do want to try to go out there one of these days, man, and hit you up and get some footage, man, if you don't mind.
Yeah, definitely. We can make that happen.
Sweet, brother. Well, man, thank you for jumping on here. Of course, El Cañonero, but my man, I wish you the best of luck come fight night. I am gonna try to make it out there. It is down the street from me, man. So I'll see you come fight night, bro. Anything you
Yeah,
want
real
to
quick.
say?
Yeah, real quick. I just want to give a shout out to everybody at Chato's Boxing Gym.
Yes, bro.
Everybody there, my great team. And I also want to give a shout out to Empire PBF, my sponsor.
Sweet.
They're a local. They make guns. They're a gun machinery company.
Oh,
They make
damn.
guns. They make knives. They make brass knuckles. They got it all, man. They got a online website. Go on my Instagram, give them a follow, and they're the best out there, man. So I appreciate you, Spider, for having me, man.
No, for sure, man. Don't hang up yet. Everybody out there, of course, once again, make sure to make it out October 5th. It's going to be here in San Antonio. Best of luck, bud. Everybody, of course, till next time, follow up.